Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea from Queen Bee Andrea. I hope everybody is doing good. As far as I'm doing good. As far as me, I'm getting there. I'm trying to, get through day by day. A lot of people know because I posted it um on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook about my car accident Friday. Um, yeah, so I'm hanging in there. I'm a little sore still. I'm doing better today than what I was yesterday. Then, Saturday really hit me. I know that I probably should have went to the hospital. I think because of the simple fact that I was scared that I wasn't going to get a ride home and stuff like that. That stuff kind of scares me and stuff. I will, if you guys, it's up to you. I can do a video about my experience with my car accident and what happened. I'd be gladly to do a video like that. But I just wanted to let everybody know, thank you for your prayers and thoughts, because it means so much to me, getting through this day by day. But yeah, I'd be glad to do a video on it. I'm so behind on recording and stuff. I do have a what is in my backpack video that I gotta post up because I switched into a new purse. So I'll be posting that video. And then I got my Ipsy, and then I haven't forgot about you, Kayla. I did get a card from Kayla. I haven't opened it, so I gotta do that video too. Yeah, so, it's just that, being in a car accident really takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of your energy, but, I'm doing good. I thought I'd get on here. I video chatted with, Keely last night, so it was amazing. Like, I had so much fun, but I wanted to get on Instagram and video chat about, like, my experience of, my car accident and stuff like that. So we just did a short video chat, but we do plan on doing another one. It'd be fun to do another one just to keep bases and stuff. But let's get into the video that I'm going to be doing. This video is about abuse. It's about emotional abuse. It's about physical abuse. um you know Domestic violence can be a sort of abuse. This video might take a little bit long, so um grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's get into it. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I see so much abuse. So much. Like, I see a lot of women getting abuse. And it doesn't have to be women. It could be men, too. But I see so many women getting abuse. And not only that, I am a victim of mental abuse. And it really does mess with your mind. Like, it seriously messes with your mind. It's no joke at all. So the reason I'm doing this video is, October 30th, there was a really bad incident that happened in East Lansing. That's the night that it happened. I did not know about it until the next day, which it was Halloween. I was on my Facebook, and I seen this article that 2 bodies were found. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is just like so awful. Especially, when you read stuff in the news and it's like, what has this world come to? And you didn't know what the situation was. Well, 2 bodies were found in East Lansing, and it was like common. It was like unusual because East Lansing is a very, like, if you guys know Michigan, East Lansing's a very good town, like a very good city. It's really not that bad. Like, I always consider that a lot of the richy people lived in East Lansing. It's just really nice. Um, so yeah. So there was like, two bodies found in a home in East Lansing. And then, what was it? I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought that was sad. And I seen my friend post it up on Facebook because we went to school together. She posted, she's like my other best friend. And I seen her post it and I didn't know who it was, you know. And then, with me taking my brother, like, because I used to take my brother to work, like, I'd get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to take him to work. And then, he did not tell me until he forgot to tell me. So, like, I picked him up after work, and that's when he told me. He says, I forgot to tell you about this, but do you know, like, which I'm not gonna say the names because I don't want to say names, but he's like, I'm sure you know who this is, but some crazy stuff happened this weekend. I'm like, I said, is that what happened in East Lansing and stuff like that? He goes, yeah. He goes, hear me out. And I'm like, oh boy. He's like, do you know this guy such and such? Do you know this girl such and such? And with being out of school so long, that you remember the names, but you can't like picture what their face, is until you get the yearbook out. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go look them up because, I know who they are. I'm like, they sound familiar. So I looked them up and I knew who the girl was because one graduated in 95, the other one graduated in 96. I was supposed to graduate in 98, but I ended up having to go back for 4.5 more credits because I didn't want to take summer school because I just didn't want to take it. But yeah, I was supposed to 4.5 credits to graduate, so I ended up going back another year. But I was supposed to graduate in 98. But like I said, these two that died were a couple. And this is what I get into with the whole abuse thing. Apparently, yeah, there were a couple, they were high school sweethearts, they've been together for like ever. And sometimes you just don't know, even if you've been with a person so long, that you don't know how that person might be, even if you've been with them. This world, I mean, can be crazy sometimes. So they they were married. They got married. Like I said, they were high school sweethearts. Like I said, one graduated in 95, the other one graduated in 96. They had 2 kids. It's just such a sad story. Yeah, cause yeah, they have 2 kids. One's like graduating out of high school this year and the other one is still in school. It's very sad, that the kids have to go through this. But apparently, I guess in the marriage they were having problems. Apparently, from what I was told, like heard, apparently she wanted a divorce and he didn't want a divorce. And he was like very, controlling basically. And when I seen their yearbook picture, I knew who she was, and I definitely knew who he was. Cause just say, and he was still like this even when he was out of school. Even when out of school, but he was the biggest jerk in school. He was like one of them guys in school that was cocky, arrogant. Yeah. So I knew exactly who he was, and I could not stand him. There's a lot of people that didn't like him because he was so, like, hung up on himself. And yeah, so, well, apparently they were having problems in their marriage. Um, Apparently she wanted a divorce. He didn't like that, and he ended up killing her. Very sad. Very sad. Like, she couldn't get out of that, out of that situation because of the way he is, the violence in him. Well, he ended up killing her. After he killed her, he ended up killing himself. Yeah. Very scary. See, this is what I mean when it comes to abuse. Like, and it was, that, whole thing was domestic violence, with that situation. Abuse is abuse. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are in abusive relationship and you know it, go seek help. I want to see if I could, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want people, to watch this video that maybe might be going through that situation to seek help before that situation gets worse. Because, like I said, she couldn't even go seek help before it got out of hand. She couldn't even get out of there before it got out of hand. And now, she's gone because he did a selfish thing, and, left 2 kids, It's very sad. It's like a very sad story. Now, I'm gonna get into my situation, and I'm glad that I got out, because if I didn't, thinking back of the things that, this person did to me, I probably would have been beaten up in the hospital, or I probably would have been dead. Like, in the same situation that girl that I went to high school with, So, my situation is, I met a guy, it was, the year of, 2015, I met a guy, it was, like, in February. I was on a dating app, and that's another thing, like, dating apps can be scary. You just gotta kinda, watch your, surroundings. When I got on the dating app, I didn't basically get on the dating app just to, um, get in a relationship, like, really fast or anything like that. I basically got in a dating app because I just wanted to get to know people, and I was lonely, and I wanted to, just to get to know someone and talk. Well, I ended up coming across the guy, and I was like, oh, you know how, like, when you just get, like, love struck, like this guy was, like, oh, he was just, like, so freaking cute. Like, and it's sad too, because my ex kind of reminds me of, like, I'll give you, like, a description of what celebrity he kind of reminds me of, and it's Drake. Yeah, he kind of looks like Drake a little bit. Yeah. And so, I met him, we were talking, and he was so, at first, the most, because that's how a lot of these guys are, that are abusers. They talk sweet, and then things start happening. He started talking sweet to me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, no. And I kept telling myself, no, I cannot fall in love. I cannot fall in love, because I fall in love very easily. I get my heart broken very easily. And I do not want, I didn't want to get hurt, because because the last relationship that I had before I was talking to this guy, it took me years, like literally years, to get over this guy. Like, I kid you not. So, and then I started falling, like I said, I started falling for this guy. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't. And he was just like, so, and at first, like when I first started talking to him, I kept blowing him off. Like, I was playing hard to get, like, seriously. And then he just had that, I don't know, effect on me. The way he was talking and being romantic to me. I was like, oh my gosh, like he just like swept me off my feet, and all I could do was just think about him. Like no other guy would do. I wanted him. Like I said, things got going good. He just started talking sweet to me. And then after that, like I think probably like within, and I was already falling for him hard, like I said, within like 2 weeks, or 3, I was already falling for him. And when somebody like myself already falls for him, even if they do stupid little things to you that hurt you, you're always telling that person, like, well, why, because, and you tell a friend about it, and a friend's like, well, why are you with that person? You could do so much better. But then, with me being such the kind-hearted, but I love him. I'm gonna say that, but I love him. And that's, you shouldn't be with somebody, you shouldn't love somebody that's, doing these things to you. But that is where, like, my a mental abuse or emotional abuse comes from, because it's mental abuse, emotional abuse comes from, because he mentally abused me. Like, he didn't physically abuse me, he mentally, because he lived far away. So we didn't even get a chance to meet, because at the time he told me he lived like in Canada, and I was like working out, because Canada is not that far. It's like if you take a train, you could take a train, and it's not even that far. It's like 5 hours on the train, here. So, and I was like working on, and I started falling for him and falling for him and falling, like, each and every day. And then when I realized he didn't live in Canada and he lived somewhere else in a different country far, but then I was like, but I still love him. I still wanted to work it out. I thought, I'd work it away, but I didn't want to, like, meet him, like, right away. I wanted to get to know him a little bit more before doing that, because that's just how I am. And then I'm kind of glad that I did, because it saved me, because all of a sudden, he would like start asking for things, like, and then I realized, I love him, but he doesn't love me. But, like, he would like break up with me for the most stupidest crap ever, you guys. I kid you not. Like, it would be the most stupidest crap. Like, if he would want money, and if I'd be like, I don't have money, and then he would get mad and break up with me and not talk to me. Like, it was just, like, so stupid. And then, like, and I thought he broke up. Like, one time I thought he broke up with me. So I was like, okay, because he made it clear he didn't want to talk to me anymore. And I still had feelings for him, but I was trying to get back on the date site and kind of get my mind off of him. He ends up texting me, because I thought he blocked me, because he did. He would like block me numerous of times. And I'm like, okay, cool. He did the job. I don't have to worry about blocking him. But he would literally like unblock me to see what I was doing, if I was online. And if I was online, who the heck are you talking to? You're lucky I'm not there. I would, he would say stuff like this. He'd be like, you're lucky I'm not there. I would kill you. And I'm like, it scared me. Like, and he would call me like names and all that and tell me I'm stupid and call me the B word. And yeah, it was like real. And I'm like, I cannot believe I love someone like this. And the sad thing is, it took like a long time for me to get over him, like break up, or like when because I never broke up with him. He would always break up with me because I didn't want to break up. Like, I was trying to like work things out, and I kept telling him, you can't treat me like this. And I would continue to be with him and continue to love him. And then, like if I didn't talk to him or send him a message, and that's another thing, like it was okay for him to ignore my messages like after he read them. And that is a pet peeve of mine. I absolutely hate when, you're asking something or asking a question and they read your freaking message and then they ignore you. And I would get like so mad at him. I'd be like, why are you ignoring me? And he's like, I'm not ignoring you. And he would like make excuses like, my phone's bad or this and that and that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I just knew he was lying a lot. And then, but if I did it, it was a big no-no. He'd be like, why are you ignoring me? You do not ignore me. You answer me when I talk to you. Yeah, that's how bad it was. And then he goes, and and you also do what I say. Like, he would sit there and say that. He goes, you do what I say. And when he was like this, it was when he was drinking, because he was a drinker. And that is why I am so grateful that because I'm just grateful that I didn't meet him in person, because we were just like dating, like kind of like, but I was only dating him just to get to know each other, like, but he didn't want nobody, I didn't want nobody, I wanted him, he wanted me. But now I'm like at that point in my life, like thinking, ahead, like, what if I did meet him? Like, what would he do to me? Like, would he actually hit me, abuse me, or, and then I'm like thinking, yes, he would actually abuse me. And that is what's scary. And I am so grateful that I am not with him, and that I have the best boyfriend now, and he is like so gentle and so sweet, and he is nothing like my ex. And I realize that is the type of person I need to be with. But basically, in all reality, what I'm saying is, if you're in a situation like I was, and you need to seek help, like, get out of that relationship, because I know you might love that person and it might be hard, but trust me, there is somebody out there that is 10 times better than that person. And you don't want to be with someone that's gonna abuse you, or he might get like extremely violent and you don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know if he's gonna kill you. That is why I wanted to share this, because it's like this with another incident, recently in the news. There's an NFL player. I was like telling Kaylee about it. Supposedly there's an NFL player, and I seen like TikTok videos on it, and it is like, oh my gosh, it is extremely heartbreaking seeing this. But I guess it's an NFL player. He was beaten up. supposedly his ex-girlfriend that he had a baby with, like, he was literally, she's like tiny little thing, and he's just this big old guy, and he was tossing her to the like, he just like picked her up and tossed her to the TV, and then he picked her up again and throwing her on the baby stuff that the baby uses, and then you hear the baby crying in the background. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like awful. And she's sitting there screaming, stop, 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 you know, and he just would not do it. He kept beating her. You know, I experience a lot in my life. Like, you know, a lot. I experience abuse in my family, in my life, which I will not get into details with that. But I've experienced stuff like that. Like physical abuse. I've seen it as a kid, you know, and it is frightening. And, you know, it's something that you don't want to see either. So, definitely my message out to anybody that's watching this that's in an abusive relationship: get out of it. Get out. Go get help. Maybe, you know, talk to counseling. Go see a counselor. Talk to somebody, a friend, a family member. Because you do not want to be in a situation like that. Like, you don't. It's, you know, you definitely, you want to be in a good environment, not someone that, you don't want to be with someone that beats you up. And that technically, they claim that they love you, but they don't love you. So you want to be out of that relationship. You want to go get help, you know. And I am here, like, if you experience that situation and you want somebody to talk to, you can come and talk to me. My email is always, I try to get to my emails as much as I can, because you know how you get so many email and it piles up and I can't keep track. But if you want to reach out to me, my email is in my about page on my YouTube. You can feel free to contact me and say, hey, I need somebody to talk to. I'm in an abusive relationship. I'm there. I'm that type of person that I will listen to you and I will be there for you. But that is my video for today. I just wanted to discuss a little bit of that. I want to get off because I need to lay down. I try not to stay, you know, stand up as much. I try to lay down a lot because then I start getting dizzy and I don't want to get dizzy. So, and I've been putting like ice pack on my neck to, you know, that's been helping. So I just want to thank everybody for saying prayers and you know, reaching out to see if I'm okay. I appreciate everyone. It really means a lot. It really does, when you know that you got people that care. But yeah, I'm gonna get off so I can relax and rest. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am doing a beauty giveaway, so go check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.